What it look like, what it be like, what it do, YouTube. This is V coming at you this morning to share with you an unfortunate event that took place between myself and my new Kingston 18XL that I've only had for only a week. Now, I broke it in, the 200-kilometer limiter, Friday, went out yesterday, Saturday, on an evening ride with my riding group, the Gladiators, and happened to, on the way back from the ride, we wound up crossing over a bridge that we had crossed an hour and a half to 2 hours prior, and we crossed it and noticed that there was some water on the bridge. Thought it was shallow water in which we could just wade right through. Unfortunately, as we got to the middle of the bridge somewhat dipped, and we found ourselves immersed in 2 feet of water. Needless to say, I was soaking wet, the other 2 riders were soaking wet. We had 2 KS 18XLs submerged and an MXX that was submerged in water. Unfortunately, the MXX basically died on the spot. Once the rider took it out of the water, it was smoking. And both my wheels, of course, was on, and the other rider wheel was on. We turned off our wheels, and fortunately we were within 2 miles from metro station. But nonetheless, I'm going to break down the wheel. I did not plan on doing this, but I'm just going to bring you guys along for this journey. In the lead is Lutello, myself, and recording is Taz. This is the same bridge that flooded prior to our return back. The part here where it dips was where we fell and was the deepest part of the standing water. As you can see, the water level wasn't that high to raise any concerns. So to our chagrin, we were caught off guard by the sheer depths of the water level and the mystery behind the river swelling. Not only did we have to walk 2 miles to civilization and the metro station, we were soaked from head to toe in filthy Anacostia River water. And to add insult to injury, we had 3 disabled unicycles. In this segment of the video, you will witness Lutello, Taz, and myself take the polar plunge and take our electronic unicycles along. Now you will also see us trying to fish out our unicycles because we couldn't see them. At that portion of the bridge, it was 2 feet of standing water. Now I'm in the backdrop with the red and green light struggling to carry my unicycle to the other end of the bridge. Whereas Lutello, he's coming within camera view.
Don't turn it on. Huh? Don't turn it on. Don't turn it on.
It's on.
Yeah. Shoot. Ah.
You guys okay first and foremost?
Oh yeah, hell, we fell in water.
I didn't know how deep it was. They give me a shout.
I didn't either.
I didn't even know.
Last time we're here, it's not. Very okay. Don't turn on your wheel. Don't turn on.
Now that it's been a couple of days since I last opened the 18XL to air out, I'm going to piece it together. Hopefully everything is in working order. I'll upload some pictures of some of the what I found when I opened up the shell. There was a lot of moisture in the outer shell. Fortunately, there wasn't much water per se on the motherboard. Matter of fact, the motherboard was dry, but some of the cords on the motherboard had some condensation on it. I made a makeshift stand this way. This will help to stand it up while I am examining it or piecing it back together, if you will. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a close-up. motherboard. Sorry for the shake. Seems to be intact. There's no more moisture. There is, however, of course, because it was underneath water. I don't know if you can see it or make it out, but there are some water stains on the speakers. So when I piece it back together, again, hopefully everything is in working order. So let me get to getting. Okay, the moment of truth. Okay. Okay, lift sensor work. Let's see if the lights work. Oh, wrong. This is the... Oh, hold on. Alright, that work.
Please decelerate. Please decelerate.
Okay, the speakers work. Okay. Whew. Oh my gosh. I'm happy about this. Let me get the pedals on and let's see how she responds when I ride her. Now that I've reassembled my 18XL, I'm going to take it out for a test ride. Although it appears to be working fine, the proof is in the pudding once I get on it and start riding around. Wish me luck. Now that I have taken it apart, aired it out, pieced it together, and have taken it on a test ride, I'm here to say that my wheel feels like the first day that I got on it, with the exception of I don't have the speed limiter intact. However, although I can say with all honesty that I can take solace in knowing that my wheel has survived being submerged in 2 feet of water, but I cannot take this as a total win because of the 3 unicycles that went into that water. 1 really made it out unscathed. However, the MSX is a total washout. The board fried on impact, and the other 18XL currently it appears the fuses have blown. The jury is still out on the other 18XL, but in sharing my experience with you all, I must admit I did not follow the protocols that everybody was basically telling me initially. When the wheel went into the water, I cut it off and cut it back on, and it cut on without a problem. However, when I got home, I was itching to see whether or not the wheel survived, because at that point, once the wheel was immersed in the water, we basically walked the wheels less than 2 miles to the nearest metro station, and took metro to our vehicles, and from there when I came home, which was I want to say an hour drive from DC, I was itching to find out whether or not my wheel was a bust, so therefore I cut it on, and to my delight, it actually cut on. However, the speaker, the normal Kingston greeting, it didn't do that. So I was assuming that the water had damaged my speakers. But once I got inside, I actually cut it back on again and recorded it and sent the video footage to my writing group. Then I basically broke it down, and although I was told to disconnect the battery, I did not disconnect the battery. I kept the battery intact. It appears, since this is a new wheel, that Kingsong has actually secured a lot of the connectors with zip ties. I mean, so everything was, for the most part, tight, airtight, and I'm assuming, or watertight in this case. So I'm assuming that in of itself probably saved my wheel. I know the other 18XL, that has been broken down many times, so a lot of the connectors may have been compromised. I'm not going to speculate, but all in all, I'm here to say that my wheel, all in all, my wheel did survive taking a swim in the Anacostia River. So with that being said, guys, until next time, deuces.